Howdy folks, Justin here, and look, the Halalu conscription deck was a big success, both for me in the gauntlet, for me on the ladder, and people were interested in the video. So real quick, I am going to record a few more games with it. I've got another 15 games, 20 games under my belt. I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Let's see how we do against Bulletproof Forever. Sorry about that. Alright. We have the ring. We're playing against Battlemage. I'm going to keep the Sorcerer Pawnbroker. There's some... You know, I'm sort of interested in keeping Earthbone Spinner just because it hits a lot of the... well, honestly, it hits Brett and Conjurer. But having a better start, I think, is more interesting. Going to go Marked Man into Makeshift Defenses to turn on my Sorcerer Pawnbroker's plot. Sorcerer Pawnbroker gives you a 0-cost card when you trigger the plot, which should then be able to... I can chain to trigger my other plot cards. Opponent debating his next move. Master of Assassins, by the way, my opponent's chosen career, which is gotta be hard work. Okay, Wardcrafter. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Moving shadows. So we're gonna lose our makeshift defenses. I could throw a rift, oh, I'm sorry, a raiding party token at it. Okay, got a bunch of messages here. Love a silence to hit the Daggerfall Mage or Breton Conjurer. Just gonna have to turn this off right now, apparently. Alright. Okay. Might be thinking about playing a... what? I mean, it's really... it comes down to Daggerfall Mage, Harpy, another Wardcrafter, and a Cunning Ally that he might be considering playing. Because I don't think there's any world where you firebolt this. I could be mistaken.
Let's heat things up.
Oh, Skaven Pyromancer. Fair enough. Can we take the tempo loss of a haunted manor? I'm gonna go ahead. Obviously, Dushnik Yell Archer, and we probably just lose this game and can't get back into it tempo-wise, but I think that they're not putting a ton of pressure on us, and getting bodies that survive a Cradle Crush Giant can be pretty important. Plus, with the raiding party and the Sorcerer Pawnbroker in hand, I'm interested in playing multiple cards a turn for a while. There's a Wardcrafter. So those do mean that those are wards that aren't getting put on a Breton Conjurer, at least. I'm still trying to figure out my strategy against Giants Battlemage. See what we learned. There's a Tullius's Conscription. So let's do this. Healing Hands is actually really interesting because I can do that. That's pretty good tempo play. Developed the board pretty well. Removed the 2/3 from our opponent. What's our move against a procced? Oh, against a Frost Atronach now, right? I mean, if he rewards it, we can't kill it. If he doesn't, we can kill the Atronach and the Breton Conjurer. We're committing quite a bit to do it. But we're going into turn 5, so we're only 6 turns away from Tullius's Conscription. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the bright side here. Trying to look at the bright side. You know, some games... the last game I played with this deck, I won on turn 4. Which is not something I do a whole lot of in this game, but it's possible. This is not one of those decks. It is turn 4. We've done 1 damage to our opponent. You know, wards, Skaven Pyromancers, those can be challenging to get through. See what my opponent's move is here. You know, just swinging both of these into this to get rid of to make a Giant's, Cradle Crush Giant worse isn't awesome. Hlalu Sharpshooter is not a card I expected to see. I think it's fair to say that my opponent's not running Ice Storm, right?
What have we here?
So we're behind in life, so I kind of want to do this. Get myself a big old guard critter. And then I will pitch one of these just so my opponent can't put 6 damage into this. I don't know. I have not actually ever played against a Battlemage running Hlalu Sharpshooter, but it's gotten him to rank 2, so. Sentinel Battlemace. Fair enough. Now they don't know that we have one Nord Firebrand left. We are not really getting anywhere on the board here. But I'm gonna play like there's no way my opponent's running Ice Storm. Strictly on the back of the Hlalu Sharpshooter. Because in order to reliably trigger this, you have to run a lot of more cheaper stuff than usual. Sure. And a lesser ward on that. Well, I do run Hlalu Sharpshooter. Man, I would commit everything, though. Every card in my hand. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Opponent's 3 cards to our 1, and we are not playing that card next turn. And this is when a giant... another Skaven Pyromancer. Yeah. And a Sentinel Battlemace. I'll play it. So I guess in Magical Fantasyland, my opponent goes face, and actually, by the way, I probably should not have played that. Rapid Shot. And because, like, let's say all I draw is Hlalu Sharpshooter, and then I can't trigger it, that's bad. Opponent doing nothing, though. Can't trigger Triumphant Jarl. I'm going to pass the turn. So, Belligerent Giant's like the worst thing that could happen to us right now, I think. Just because of the massive board development, and we would be unable to do anything about it. A charge creature, any of the charge creatures we draw come down as 5 power creatures. So, that's pretty sweet. And we are coming up on Tullius's Conscription. I don't know. I mean, I think look, there are no prophecy cards in my deck. It's a 75 card deck with 0 prophecies. So, like, he should just be sort of wantonly swinging at my face with this. But I feel like he knows I have Tullius's Conscription too, right? Because, like, I didn't play anything last turn. I have 2 cards in hand. He might think I have 2 of them. It's kind of an interesting question. What his plan is here. At this point, Triumphant Jarl's just triggering plot next turn. Alright, opponent has no play. Marked Man. Yeah, these are all real boring, but I am Tullius's Conscriptioning next turn, so let's...
Wait, did you hear that?
Just go for it. I just want to swing all my guys into this and play Tullius's Conscription. And hope that my opponent hasn't been sitting on an Ice Storm this whole time. Despite running so far what appears to be a deck full of creatures that die to it. I don't know, he might just be drawing the wrong part of his deck. Even if Ice Storm hits us, though, I mean, we do develop our board pretty well. Let's say he's got a Hlalu Sharpshooter. He's got a Merrick on one creature. Okay. I mean, that's strong. A Firebolt. Okay. Well, I'm going to swing in and play Tellius' Conscription. Let's get some charge creatures over here. There we go. There's one. There's two. Alright, so we got some action. We got a Makeshift Defenses. We got a Maple Shield. That guy's a 5/5. It's a 3/3. Do I want to play Makeshift Defenses? Breaks his ward. We're not going to have any trouble triggering plot until the end of time. Alright. Ice Storm. I was considering playing Maple Shield on either my 5th Legion Trainer or my Goblin Skulk. Probably the Goblin Skulk. Just so it would survive an Ice Storm. But we'll see what happens. So this is one of those games where Tellius' Conscription might take it home for us. We will find out. I like that ability is called Master. I can definitely appreciate that. Let's do some quick math, make sure we don't lethal. This pulls a Nord Firebrand, which I could make come down as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could swing forward for 7. That would put him to 20. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, I could have done 23 damage to him. 24, 25 actually, because the Orc Clan Captain would hit the other two creatures. Okay. Dawnbreaker. What does Dawnbreaker do for us? Like, not really anything, right? Should I just push damage? Trade that off. Or I swing, play Dawnbreaker and shield and just make this guy enormous.
You've meddled in our business for the last time.
I'll take them with me.
You can't defeat me. For the Black Hand. You can't defeat me.
You get no extra resources, and I will hold the Orc Clan Captain. So I didn't get my plot bonus on the Captain. I could have got +4/+4 from it, but I really want to trigger plots next turn. You can make this trade if he wants to. I kind of want that off the board. I don't have 1-turn lethal or 2-turn lethal even. I guess I had 2-turn because I have 15 damage right here, but I'm kind of enjoying like playing the control game against Giants Battlemage, which is a deck, by the way, that I didn't really see until that meta report came out. So good work, guys. I mean, it's always been strong, but I didn't see everybody playing it. But this is definitely a different take on the list. Yeah. What's the best draw on my deck? Triumphant Jarl, probably. Yeah, that's interesting. Belligerent Giant on my marked man. That makes sense. Okay. Lower Canton Smith. So I can actually...
Wait. Did you hear that?
Let's see if we can regenerate.
turn my makeshift defenses into something bigger than his giant. Once again, we'll keep the Orc Clan Captain to keep plot available to us. This Battlemage deck just doesn't do a whole lot on one card a turn. Unless that card is Ice Storm. In which case, we're kind of back to square zero. Encano would be good-ish. We're sort of like testing the limits of what this deck's like late game control viability is here. It's interesting.
Victory is yours.
Yeah. We can keep this up all day. Alright, we'll be right back for another one. So I think I hit rank 2 last game, actually. I try to keep it brief between games, like because I do the transition, the 1.5 second like blur into the new game when I put these videos together. And in this game that I just played, I was trying to keep it brief and clip it out so that there wasn't going to be anything that needed to be watched that got missed. And I think I ranked up while I wasn't paying attention. We're playing against Sorcerer. Riftthane, I kind of don't like Riftthane. I do love Haunted Manor with Marked Man. On the other hand, Riftthane, barring a Sorcerer's Negation, a beefed up Riftthane in guard mode would be awesome, so I'm going to keep it. The ideal card in opening hand in this one is Lalu Sharpshooter. But I'm more a Puppeteer. That's an interesting one as well. Hey, Celine. It's a good kitty. I have to say, like, this deck is a lot of fun to play. Triumphant Jarl. So we're just going to Haunted Manor. Now, Sorcerer's Negation is, like, exceptionally good against our beefed up critters. I really hope he just goes face here. Satan-Need Courier. Alright, I didn't expect that. That kind of changes my plan.
I'll take them with me.
So yeah, it's weak against Sorcerer's Negation. Real weak, just dies. But look at that. Look at that. That is a 6/6 on my third turn. Alright. It's fine. Our opponent's keeping us off of Triumphant Jarl. We are not playing Halalu Sharpshooter, but we will play Riftthane in guard mode. And then we'll just land another Balmora Puppeteer with some serious buffs on it. Alright. So we have 13 power on the board. I should be able to smash him for enough next turn that I can land my Triumphant Jarl.
You must be cleansed.
I think the damage has already been done there, my friend. Also, that's a hilarious draw. Is just playing Triumphant Jarl the best move? I kind of want to just clear all his stuff. There's no way he runs mass removal. I'm in no rush. I could just land the Haunted Manor.
You've meddled in our business for the last time.
Yeah, I think I want to go face here.
Business for the last time.
Get some more loot. A Stormcloak Vanguard. Orc Clan Captain. Sweet. So there's the risk of him, like, this play isn't without risks. Sorcerer's Negation, another Satan-Need Courier, and a Firebolt leaves me with a 4/4, which isn't great. But even though mid-range Sorcerer is great at playing for the board, I feel like we're better at this point. Haunted Manor. That's super annoying.
You've meddled in our business for the last time.
I mean, like, I have a lot of plays here. None of them are like super spectacular. I think I just want to play Haunted Manor. Yeah, okay. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. We'll be right back. Actually, I need to see how far in I am to know that if I was rank 2 when I started. Okay, I hit rank 2 last game. All right. House Lalu. The conscription variant. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to like, is like a more is Halalu running a little more clunkier minions, right? Like the Crusader 3/3 that lets you draw a card when you break a rune. Is that better than a deck full of stuff you can throw away and then hopefully conscription at some point? Whether or not one is stronger than the other, playing conscription is a feeling that is unlike most in this game, so it's hard to say no to that. I kind of want a 1-drop or a 2-drop instead of Halalu Sharpshooter. Although, well, you know, I mean, there are a few targets I wouldn't mind hitting with Halalu Sharpshooter. I'm actually going to throw it back. I'm going to keep Haunted Manor. Goblin Skulk is amazing. The punish against Goblin Skulk is if that card is Barrow Stalker. I don't really have any other good moves, though, so we're doing it. Do you have the Barrow Stalker? You don't. You don't have anything. Haunted Manor it is. We got ourselves a Nord Firebrand, and we're going to start shenanigans. Next turn, we can go Stormcloak Vanguard, Nord Firebrand with buff, and then Balmora Puppeteer for a 4/4. Maybe in a 5/5 if we play the other Nord Firebrand. Suppress.
I only need one shot.
Alright. So Doomcrag, maybe? I think we just try to race Doomcrag. They're going to have Skaven Pyromancers. But
Time to fight. The Nords must
so I want to get paid off for my loss there.
If you want to talk
And if he wants to do some silencing, he's got a lot of stuff to silence. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume it's Doomcrag, I guess, or maybe some kind of like self-silence.
Will not suffer your presence.
Okay. Wish I could land Divine Fervor. I can't. I have a Steel Scimitar. Alright, my board is not great. I might be able to swing for 9 next turn, but that's not gonna win me the game.
You must be cleansed.
Every card he's played has been a silence effect.
Chimera, guide us.
You've meddled in our business for the last time.
Alright. Yeah, we are 4 for 4 for a silence effect from our opponent. 5 for 5.
Do you not fear me, mortal?
Holy crap. 5 for 5 for silence effects from our opponent. Crusader's Assault. Well, I draw a lot of cards if I do this. That seems pretty good. Ungulum. Another Divine Fervor. Alright. Let's see if he can keep... Oh, I guess the combo was broken with Sorrow of Revenge. That was an impressive streak, though. I don't think I've ever had that many silence... Oh my god! Wow. So with no guard, we have lethal with Divine Fervor? Oh, okay. There's the siege catapult that helps me make sense of this. This guy's deck is awesome. I need to play this in my life. Yeah, man. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 silences. Wow.
For the Black Hand.
It's actually astounding. Oh god, 8 silence effects. Dude, that was awesome. Self-silence decks are something I always want to play. And like, oh my god. That was pretty epic. I have to give my opponent incredible amounts of credit for that deck because that was awesome. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, well, despite our previous opponent's best efforts, we can't be silenced. And the journey continues. You know, it's funny, I was just actually saying journey made me think. I was thinking about, like, what did you throw Journey to Sovngarde in this deck, right? I'm imagining a gigantic board getting summoned off of a Telesis conscription, but it just doesn't seem necessary. Like, there's debate in the community whether or not, like, Telesis conscription itself is necessary. Journey to Sovngarde just seems so greedy and unnecessary. Our opponent is Dreaded J. Thor. Dawnbreaker is interesting because it kills the 5/4 guard that shackles itself. Telesis conscription. I might end up needing that, but I think I throw Dawnbreaker back too. We'll see if I regret it. My hand doesn't do anything, which is not great. See if it's a mid-range or an aggro or what kind of Dayghot deck we're working with here. Alright, Raiding Party's kind of nice. Raiding Party lets me take out some stuff. I need silence effects for Hands of Dayghot. Cool T was recommending to me that I put I'll be honest, I kind of feel like it's worth it to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Seems a little stupid, but it's. I think that move makes the best of what we have available. Next turn, I can trigger the plot on Moonmoth Castain, which is probably valuable. Daring Cutpurse. Okay.
You can tell them you thought.
Another Moonmoth Castain. Infinite value achieved. I kind of want to land the Divine Fervor before the Ash Berserker, but I also need to not lose control of the board. Okay. Sure. More cool Gatekeeper. Onto that. Alright, my opponent wants to try to race me. I will oblige him. So this is when Hand of Dayghot comes down and ruins my day. If not, 5th Legion into Ash Berserker seems pretty solid. Start cycling through my deck.
I am the Queen Mother.
Queen Baron's Eye.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Hlalu Oathman. I can play the Elder Gleam Matron to make this free. I don't know. I wonder what if he has Dayghot in hand. Elena Banach. On which one? Okay. Goes face. 5th Legion Trainer. 5th Legion. I can't land the 5th Legion to get both of these on board. So Elder Gleam Matron. Mudcrab Merchant. Hlalu Oathman. I don't have any red stuff. But that's alright. We're getting the Magicka.
Just tell me who.
Lalu Oathman.
Training is over. It's time to
The Mudcrab Merchant.
Merchant, read my
Into Morag Tong Nightblade.
You can't defeat me.
So we gave him a 1/1 with lethal, which I guess is going to be a problem if this is a rage deck. Which it might be. That is a 4/4 Mudcrab Merchant, by the way. 4/4 for 1. Pretty good. Ice Storm? Belligerent Giant on Divine Fervor. Sure.
We are not amused.
I mean, you don't go face for that, right? Okay. Lower Canton Smith's pretty good. It's a little awkward.
Nothing personal. Nothing personal. They will never know I was there.
You can't defeat me.
Let's see if we can't reach an arrangement.
You can't defeat me.
Nothing personal.
Alright, so our opponent has a lot more cards than we do, including a 1/1 with lethal, which is the worst thing we could have given this guy at the moment. But I needed, I don't know, maybe the 1/1 with lethal was what I should have taken. Cradle Crush. Into Shrieking Harpy. Okay, so I'll draw a card here.
Justice will be done.
Steel Scimitar.
You can tell them you thought.
Riverhold Escort.
You can't defeat me.
Who is the client today?
Alright. Well, not super excited about the direction this has been heading. I'm gonna feel so dumb when he unstoppable rages on what deadly Draugr I gave him. It's the best draw here. Divine Fervor, Tullius' Conscription. Does a deck that runs Daring Cutpurse run Ice Storm? I mean, he also runs Belligerent Giant, Cradle Crush Giant. Hard to say.
The forest will not suffer
Earthwind
your
Spinner on my Goblin Skulk. No. Sentinel Battlemage. So we are kind of just like taking all his stuff. Triumphant Jarl.
Do not test Kashi.
Triumphant Jarl is real awkward.
We'll hold no matter what. Time to fight.
I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards. Alright.
The Nords
This
must
works.
take back
This totally works. Now we're gonna lose to Dayghot himself.
ready.
Slime Marshblade.
I stand ready.
Slime Marshblade.
They make it too
Daring Cut Purse. Dayghot. Please just play it, man. Get this fear out of my head. I can't handle this. Alright. Swing with this. I need to play Triumphant Jarl because Divine Fervor might be great. Ungolem.
The Night Mother will guide us here.
Rift Thane.
Do not test me. Don't make me laugh.
Okay. Opponent's at 10. Has the magic of 4. What's disaster? Dayghot is not great, but I don't think we'd just lose. Unstoppable Rage on one of these creatures, if he puts a snake tooth necklace on it, would be real bad. I mean, if he Daygoths into one of our creatures, like we just... Islands, I don't think we have lethal, though. We can pull another Nord Firebrand here. We're losing this. That might have been wrong, making those trades. Getting him to 6 might have been better. So by the way, 2 3-color decks. I'm at 54 cards left. My opponent is at 54 cards left. So we have been keeping up with each other around this, you know, with our draws. They've drawn off Slime Marshblade, Rapid Shot, Thieves Guild Recruit, Cradle Crush Giant. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, that takes us... Well, I mean, I guess we still have lethal. Probably not for long. Play a hand of Dayghot.
Close ranks. Let nothing
Local Gatekeeper. Still have lethal.
By the 8th, they will meet
Okay.
their mate.
Swinging for 4.
ride them down.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Prophecy. Might keep us off lethal. Yeah, it does.
Orders. I will push them back.
Alright. Saved by the prophecy there. Lightning bolting Ungolem. We need to... What are our lethal draws if we lose everything on board? There's some Nord Firebrands left in the deck. There's a Shadow Mirror. Some, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. Vigilant Giant. Can you put a guard creature in both lanes? Wait. This is lethal.
What have we here?
Like,
I stand ready.
yeah, well, I could have swung for 4 and then swung. Okay. Oh, that was alright. I had lethal a million ways. Okay. So, Aggro Week has taught me a few things, and one of the things it's taught me is that it's possible to play a deck full of cheap stuff and still feel like you're thinking, really, while you're playing.